mean, just thoughts going into this game.
Really just kind of my mindset for the team, bro. Just getting us a win. That's what I want to feel first, so definitely getting us a win.
What's some of the things you learned from that first game about just being in the offense for the first time in a live game?
The last game was very, physical, competitive. Last game, I'll probably just say, like I said, after the game, we just came up short. I feel like we executed pretty good.
What was your takeaway just from watching yourself on film?
Really, I just didn't want to get the penalty in the red zone. That's the only thing I was thinking about. We're close right there. We can get another touchdown on the board. That's the only thing I was thinking about.
Yeah, Shotty said he had a conversation with you about that. Just what goes into that
conversation? That and really myself. Like I just said, after the game, that's what I was thinking about. Just because we were right there in the area to score, and that's not. Then you take us out of there. Then Miles had to fumble. You know what I mean? So just a series of events.
Shotty talked about getting more touches. How much you talk to him and Dak about what you see on film and that kind of thing?
Really just staying open for them. You see what I mean? I'm not really worried about the touches, catches, all this stuff. I'm just trying to stay open for the team. Like I said, I'm trying to focus on the first win.
Have you seen CeeDee do anything extra in practice this week following the performance? He was disappointed.
I think Shotty talked about one of them when we had the off day. He came back and he caught jugs, and we catch jugs every day. I just feel like more mentality-wise, it's a little different. When somebody has a game like that, he's going to definitely try to come back and prove to the world why he's one of the best.
How was that played out in practice specifically?
Really just him, like I said, mentality-wise. CeeDee's already great, you know what I mean? So his mindset, I feel like this week has been more, tuned in and just having a great game.
Is an adjustment not being the first option? Do you have to kind of pace yourself, talk to yourself, my time is coming? What's your mindset? Are you change your mindset at all?
No, not really. You can kind of look at Philly themselves with their two receivers that they have. I'm just kind of, like I said, staying open for the guys. When the ball comes, just trying to make the play.
When you draw that DPI, is that a conscious decision to try and draw that, or is it kind of just one of those happenstances that happen?
Nah, it's just I really wanted to make the catch. I'm just trying to play football. I really wanted to make the catch and possibly score, or like we end up getting the flag, getting on the one. But I feel like guys in the league are going more to holding instead of trying to find the ball.
That's one of those things that don't show up in the stat sheet. Has there been a conversation that you've had with the offensive staff just about things you can do outside of the stat sheet that can help the offense?
Not really a conversation, but I've always kind of noticed it myself. Like sometimes I wouldn't make the catch, but then it'll be a flag, and then everything's spot foul in the NFL. So you can definitely impact the game. But as far as guys holding, I feel like that's just what they're leading towards instead of finding the ball.
As a receiver, when you have those type of games that CeeDee has, when you have a couple drops, how hard is it to move on from that, or is it find it easy to move on from that?
Yeah, well, it's not. You never want to mess up, but I feel like he's gonna come back and bounce back. I feel like mentality-wise, when you can only get better from doing something bad. That's what I'm seeing. So he's gonna definitely get better.
You came from an organization focused on the run, and these guys are doing that too. How do you think you've done in that area in the running game in terms of blocking downfield and those kinds of things?
I feel like I did great. I feel like that's one of my things that I use with my size. Just going there trying to get a safety or downfield blocking or, crack blocks, seal blocks. I feel like that impacts the running backs a lot. So I feel like I've been doing good so far.
Shotty said they like the fact that you play with an edge, but just, a line just don't go over. How do you balance that line? Playing with the edge, being tough and physical, and not going over.
That's when I would probably talk about it. That's why I said the penalty in myself, because that's a play where you don't want to go over the edge and get a 15-yard penalty and take us out. Like I said, Miles fumbled. So you just want to be competitive, but not over the edge.
George, you talk about the physical play of the cornerbacks. Is it fair to say that some crews allow more physicality than others? And if so, is that something like the first couple plays, certainly by the first series, and how do you adjust to that?
Yeah, definitely first couple plays. Definitely when a guy spits on another player, you kind of know the physicality of what type of game it's going to be. But I feel like at an away game, it's always going to be battles with the opposing team with holding, or if there's, you blocking a guy and they call holding on you and you don't really think it's holding, you know what I mean? So I feel like you just got to battle through those things.
Giants traveled some corners in that last game. As a receiver, when you see a guy is traveling with you, what does that kind of do for your mentality and thinking when they think, hey, this is the matchup we want?
Yeah, man on man, mono e mono, one-on-one basketball. You definitely want to kill in those moments and then identify zone when you see it.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you very much.